Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Easter 2027 and a half BC, the album. Dad, shimmy, shimmy, AF. Rock on gold dust. Woman. Beast. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys doing today? You having a good day? I'm having a great day today. Just sitting here filming videos, enjoying my day, hanging out with little Mr. Boo Radley. Too cold to go to the pool today. So anyway, how are you guys doing? Let me just tell you, okay? I had such a fantastic evening last night. Let me put on my lip balm. My Treat Beauty number 9, not by Morphe, Unicorn Kisses, shimmering lip balm. Somebody asked me in my video yesterday, they said, where did you get that gigantic lip balm? Well, it's not as big as some of them, but I mean, the bigger the better, you know? You know how they say it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean? That's such bullshit, okay? I'm just gonna tell you that right now. No, I mean, I love a good motion of the ocean, okay, but listen, okay, put me on a good big yacht any day, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so people were asking about this yesterday. I talked about this, I feel like, in 5 videos in the last week, but I ordered a bunch of these from Treat Beauty, and over on my Peter Does Stuff channel, I did a whole haul, not sponsored, of all of my Treat Beauty purchases that I got from Treat. I think I bought like 6 or 7. Well, I got one for free. I got the Candy Apple one for free. Not the Candy Apple Dance Studio. Hey, Candy, how are you? Not Kathy. Kathy! What was her daughter's name? Her daughter's probably like 27 now. What was her daughter's name that she always wanted to be a dance star and she didn't get it? She was never going to be at the top of anybody's pyramid. You know what I mean? But what was that girl's name? I always felt so bad for her. They always they boogered the shit out of that girl, okay? Kathy, well, her name wasn't Kathy Apples, but her dance studio was called Candy Apples. She always watched Dance Moms. I love when people try to, okay, this is what, let me tell you what I think, okay? I love when people like want to get really, really serious, and I watch these videos, and it'll be like Dance Moms Exposed, right? And they're like, Dance Moms, originally started by Abby Lee Miller in the state of Ohio. And I'm like, no, that's actually not true. It was Pennsylvania. And I watched Dance Moms from the very beginning, okay? Now these people that are covering it over here and doing these exposed videos and stuff, they were like 3 at the time that Dance Moms came out, okay? I watched that shit with my friend Melissa from the very, very beginning. We used to watch it also. We would watch a double feature. So Melissa, her husband Jason, and I, and Alex, we would all watch. Well, Alex didn't so much. She was like on his phone. But Melissa and I mostly, okay? We would watch Dance Moms, and then we would do a double feature of, I can never remember what it is. Every time I ask Melissa, because she met her in person, she was so excited. I'll never forget when she met her. Just like randomly, she texted me. Her name's like Diana, and she was that dance group, and it was like DD4L, DD4L. Apparently they're coming back, and they're having a new show, but I love that one. That one was so good, right? But anyway, yeah, Miss Kathy from Candy Apple. Vivi, oh, Vivi. I always felt so bad for Vivi, you know? Everybody always felt so bad for the girls on Dance Moms. Those girls were making like $50,000 for a post on Instagram, okay? Vivi always had to be put in some horrible costume, and her mom would concoct some choreography that the girl couldn't figure it out because she had 2 left feet and didn't want to be a dancer to begin with. And she'd just be like, Mom, can we go get ice cream? And then they show her like shoveling a sundae down her throat. You guys remember that on Dance Moms? Oh my God, I lived so much. I love that show so much. But Candy Apples, like, she was so funny because she was like the likable villain. Like, they brought her on to be the villain, but Abby Lee Miller was really the villain. And once you kind of figured that out, then you kind of felt bad for Kathy, Candy Apples, because Candy Apples, I mean, first of all, I love the fact that, I think she was in Ohio, actually. Wasn't Candy Apples in Ohio? But I love the fact that Kathy started a dance studio called Candy Apples. Why does that crack me up so much? But Kathy, if you are out there, listen, gal, I want to tell you, okay? I actually think you were a really good sport, and you tried your hardest, okay, against one of the nastiest people that's ever been on television. But I did kind of love Abby Lee Miller, too, okay? Point your toes, Nia! That's why she'll never be at the top of the pyramid! Oh, poor Dance Mom Holly. Do you remember that one episode? This is where I should cover the Dance Mom shit, right? Now, these people that, you know, have no clue what they're talking about doing this Dance Mom coverage. I watch these videos. There's all these different people out there that are doing Dance Moms Exposed, Abby Lee. I'm like, you don't even know. You didn't even watch the show in real time, you know? This is probably why did I put my lip gloss on? I don't even know. But anyway, when you go back and you watch it, I'll never forget when Abby Lee Miller threatened to kick Nia and Holly off the show, and Holly storms out of that gym. She goes, "You can't kick me off this show. You can't kick me out of here, Abby." Did you guys remember that? My favorite wasn't even the dance scene. Okay, we already knew Maddie was going to make it to the top of the pyramid literally every effing week. Okay, we already knew Maddie was always going to be at the top, you know? And, but what I loved was when those moms all brought those Louis Vuitton mom purses. Do you know what I'm talking about? They all got them. Every single one of those dance moms, they had those big Louis Vuitton purses, you know, that you could carry like dance shoes and, you know, a broiled chicken and, you know, steam curlers and the whole 9 yards. You could put it all into that big, you know, that Louis Vuitton. They all had them. And they'd sit up in that room and they just talk mad shit to each other. If you guys want to see some true reality, y'all think Vanderpump Rules and Love Island is where it's at? Go watch those first couple years, okay, of Dance Moms with those moms spitting hate at each other up in there. I mean, do you guys remember like Paige's mom and Krusty Christy and all that kind of stuff? Oh my God, I lived for that back in the day. Melissa and I, oh my God, we loved watching that together. DD4L, I love that one too. But anyway, why was I thinking about that? Oh, because I bought my candy apples. See, I always bring it back. So, the candy apple, so on the Treat Beauty, the other day, this deal's gone now, okay? So, the affiliate link is no longer, now I know I'm putting affiliate links on there because I don't have an affiliate link with Treat Beauty. I don't care. I get reached out to all the time. People are like, "Do you want an affiliate link for this?" I'm like, no, affiliate links for me would make no money, okay? If you want to put some money in my pocket, send me the product, I will try it, and if I like it, I will do a sponsorship. Otherwise, no. Okay. So anyway, but the deal was that if you spent $24, okay, which each one of these is $14.99, and they last super long time. I swear by these Treat Beauty ones. And I wanted to get this is why originally, because they had a matcha green tea one to put under your eyes and on your lips, but then they had the shimmering ones, and I'm looking for a new lip gloss, so I thought, well, maybe the shimmering one was, and then originally I did the haul of it. Y'all don't care. You do care? Okay, this is kind of interesting though, isn't it? But anyway, I did the shimmering one, and then at first I didn't like it, and then after I like went back and I watched my video, I was like, ooh, I do like that shimmering one. But if you spent over $24 on there, then you could add the candy apple, not Kathy from the Dance Moms, but you could buy that candy apple one. I didn't even end up liking it because it was tinted and it like looked like red lipstick. Anyway, so we aren't about all that. How are you guys doing today? Oh, but I was talking about last night. Last night I had such a good night. So I'm still trying to finish the Peter's Book Club for July, which was the Smile Beach Murders. It's a cozy mystery. And I got like a couple chapters into it, but I was listening to a little here, a little there, and I was like, I almost DNF'd a book. DNF means do not finish on BookTip, okay? Or Bookstagram or Book Talk or whatever. And so I almost DNF'd this book, but 2 nights ago, I like started walking. I was listening to a lot of music, you know. I was like, because I'm back into my walks now, about an hour and a half a night. And so I was walking. I was listening to a little Whitney Houston, little, you know, Pet Shop Boys, domino dancing, all that kind of stuff. No, true story, I was. And but anyway, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna start listening to this book again. I was like on chapter 4 or 5 or something. I was like, I have no clue what's going on. And so I was like, I'm just gonna start this book over again. Have you ever done this before? I started this book over again. I could not stop listening to this book. Now, it's about this girl. Her name was Callie. She came back because she lost her job, and so she moved to this island where she grew up. And it's really, really good. And then her friend dies because they think she jumps off of a lighthouse, which incidentally, this girl, Callie, her mom jumped off the lighthouse when she was 12, and this girl has a 12-year-old daughter, but it's a murder, and there's a treasure hunt to it, and you got to find the treasure to find out who the murderer is. It's so good. It's a cozy mystery. I love the cozy mystery so much. But anyway, okay, so then when I got done with that, I came back, took a shower, listened to more of the book, and then my husband was watching TikToks and listening to podcasts of Love Island. He's so obsessed with that show. So anyway, last night I got caught up on The Bachelorette because we did hometowns this week. Now I already know who won The Bachelorette. Do you want to know? I mean, I've been rooting him for him the whole time. Well, I almost said the whole time. But then I did watch Welcome to Plathville, and Olivia Plath breaks down for us what a hoe is. So if you didn't know what a hoe was, Olivia Plath broke it down for us this week, okay? And she's apparently in her hoe era. So thank you, Olivia Plath, from a conservative Christian family that decided to divorce her husband. But I do love Olivia Plath. So anyway, well, sometimes I do. Sometimes she kind of bores me. Sometimes I kind of think, I don't know. I kind of relate to her. She kind of says real awkward stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's something I would say. But anyway, so I watched The Bachelorette. Now, last week when I was watching it, I wanted to find out who won, so I Googled it. And there's this guy that, like, knows everything. His name's, like, Cincinnati Steve or something like that. And so now I know who won the Bachelorette. Oh, I mean, who won? I mean, she's engaged. And so I know who it is. And it's somebody that I've been rooting for the whole time. But actually, the 4 final guys, I liked all of them, okay? Now, between you and I, if I had to go back and I was Jen and I was going to pick one of them, okay, after hometowns, well, Jeremy is a real estate agent, okay? And easy on the eyes. And, well, they all come from really nice families, don't they? So I probably would have picked him. But Jonathan, I mean, showing up. Did y'all watch The Bachelorette? That Jonathan showed up. You couldn't even see his face, but you could see his ass cheeks because he came like as a patient because she's like, you know, medical, nurse esthetician or esthetician or whatever. And so he came up like his face was all bandaged, but you could see his ass cheeks coming out of like anyway, I like that Jonathan guy. She don't pick him. Oh my God, did I just ruin it for you? Okay, well, there's 3 other ones. You might have to guess who it is. Well, she didn't even pick Jonathan. Did she pick Jonathan for the final 3? So they're going to Hawaii and they're all going to fuck in the fantasy suites, okay? We act like we don't know that that's what it is, but that's what it is. If you watch a Bachelorette, you know that. People are like, why are you talking about TV shows? You should not be talking about TV. You talk about the same shit on all your channels. You shouldn't be talking. This is my fucking channel. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about on my channel, okay? I talk about TV shows on all my channels, even my Peterism's channel, okay? But I'm not talking about this shit over my TV channel today because then I watched a Scott Peterson documentary that just came out. I watched a Lacey Peterson one, and then last night I watched a Scott Peterson. And let me just tell you something. It's called Face to Face on Peacock. It just came out yesterday. Baby, I'm telling you something right now. They should not put that man in an interview. They should not, okay? They thought that documentary was going to free that man or something. I don't know. And what I got out of that, okay, and this is just my opinion, okay, of a convicted murderer. This is just my opinion. But that sister-in-law of his, okay, she's got some weird obsession with that man. Like, I think she wants to go to the fantasy suites on The Bachelorette with him. I think she wants him to do her or something like that, okay? It's so weird. They don't ever show her husband. They don't ever show his brother. They always just show her, and she's got piles of letters and this, and she's crying, and I'm like, why are you, I mean, like, I love my sisters-in-law and stuff like that, but I don't want to fuck them. I mean, she wants to fuck this man. You can tell. She wants to fuck this man. If you have watched her in any of these documentaries, of which 2 just came out in the last week, Scott Peterson's sister-in-law, Janie, wants to fuck him. You can tell, okay? And I can say that because she put herself in 2 documentaries, and I can have my opinion on a public figure about that, okay? Not to mention, the chick that did this documentary, this face-to-face, which is so biased, I'm throwing that video up on my Peter Watches TV channel today. It's so completely biased, and why is it biased? Because she wants to fuck him too. They all want to fuck Scott Peterson. Can somebody explain this to me? It's so weird. It's so weird. Then they got him up. She's like videotaping him from jail, talking to him, and he says shit like he's like, oh, I just have fond memories. Like on the morning that she went missing, like we were just laughing and eating cereal, and she was doing her hair, and he starts crying, and he's like, and I'll always remember those happy moments. And I'm like, was that seconds before you got in your car and texted Amber Fry who you were fucking? And then it's just so weird. But I'm going to be doing that whole show. I'm going to do that whole show. That's going to be a show, okay? I'm going to do that whole video on my Peter Watches TV video. So that's why I can't talk about The Bachelorette. So I'm going to talk about The Bachelorette over here. But I watched The Bachelorette, and then I watched Welcome to Plathville, okay? Which they all did this like run thing, it was obstacle course. I would never do it. It's called some Spartacus run or something like that. They're all muddy and things like that. It's so weird. They all compete with each other. Like the boys compete with their dad and they're like, look at my muscle. It's so weird, okay? And then Olivia Plath's out in LA. I think they should give Olivia Plath her own show called Olivia on Her Own, okay? No longer a Christian. And so she does Pilates, and Olivia shares more on that show than the rest of them do, okay? That's why they're keeping her on that show. But then she talks about she's in her hoe phase, but she believes that being a hoe is really like empowering yourself as a woman or as a man or whatever, you know, like that. And that it's about taking control back. I kind of like that, you know. I think that, you know, do you, girl, okay? And get done if you want to. You're single. She's like 26 years old. She says that in the show. She's like, I'm single. I'm 26 for the first time in my life because she started, I think, dating her husband when she was like 9 or something like that. I know. She wasn't. That is the most weirdest ass show. And you know what? Every week I ask myself, why do you continue to watch this show? It's so bad. It's so boring. And then somebody on my vlog the other day tried to get in. No, they really did. No, it was a really nice comment. But they said, I addressed it in my vlog. And they said, why you watch Sister Wives, or you're so into Sister Wives, but you take issue with Welcome to Plathville because nothing happens on Sister Wives. And I was like, But they're fucking right. Nothing ever happens on Sister Wives. Nothing. It's just they get together for some made-up fucking holiday like Judy's 6.5 birthday. Okay, and then they make a bunch of poster flyers, and then they all just sit down and eat a bunch of shit on paper plates. And that's what they do. And Cody Brown flips his hair 15 times. That's what Sister Wives is. You're 100% right. Nothing ever happens. Why do I keep on watching this shit? I don't know. So, while I was doing this last night, watching all these shows. Oh, and then I also finished my shark movie for the week, which was a fantastic film. You should all check it out. I think it has a 0.5 star, okay, on the Rotten Tomatoes. It's called The Mississippi River Sharks, okay? It's got Jason London in it, and is apparently his identical twin brother that I didn't know was in it, so maybe they played the same role of he plays himself in it. So anyway, it is so bad, you guys. I watched it in 2 different parts. So I finished that last night. Then I started watching, at the very end of the night, I started watching Below Deck Mediterranean, because I do love that show so much. I love that. I loved Hannah, but I have to tell you, Aisha, I love her, okay? I love her so much. So anyway, and Captain Sandy, how could you? I mean, last week she lost her dog. It was so sad. She and her fiance lost her dog. Well, I think she might be married now. Or maybe it's just her fiance, but I love Captain Sandy. She don't have a fuck clue what's going on in that. She, like, ruined it for Luca last season. She was like, oh my God, who do you have a crush on? And he's like, the other girl sitting right next to him. I'm like, Captain Sandy, you are constantly, like, every time I show her, if she's not, like, steering the boat, she's in her room drinking coffee, texting her fiance. Like, that's what she does. But I love Captain Sandy, okay? I love her to bits. So anyway, I mean, by the time you get there, I guess you can't just spend your time sitting in, you know, whatever. So anyway, by the way, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. And somebody asked me, well, I'll talk about it in the Q&A, but somebody said, would you rather go, like, to work, something, or something? And I was like, I'd rather sit on my bed and film a video, and that's what I do. Okay, so last night while I was watching all this kind of stuff, first of all, I just want to say, I did this video yesterday, this AITA video, Am I the Asshole? And I had so much fun doing that. But this is the thing, and I want to say this, okay? I mentioned this in a video like a week ago. People all the time say, you only talk about the same 4 or 5 people. But when I talk about different people, nobody watches that video. But if I throw up a Robbie DeChristie video, or a Jeffree Star video, or a Trisha Paytas video, people watch that. I make videos, I don't know what other people are making videos for, but I make videos so that people watch them, okay? Now, that AITA video, that got tons of comments of people saying, oh my God, I wish you do more videos of this. The comments were so nice on it. I really, really appreciate it. I had so much fun doing that video. But it got very few views on it, okay? And the reason why I look at views is because I like to see what people are interested in. So if more people are interested, and I'm talking about, like, let's say, Robbie DeChristie, I'm probably going to make more Robbie DeChristie videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting that out there, okay? Y'all want to see more of the AITA videos, whatever? Watch those videos. I'll do more of those videos. I just make videos to make people happy. So I'm obviously, you know, and to enjoy myself, videos that I enjoy as well. But I try to make videos over here that people enjoy. So, like, today, I know this video because people are like, Peter's talking about pop culture. This video ain't gonna get shit on it, I know, okay? But I'm all right, that's fine. I've had fun, see? But for me, the trade-off is I've had fun doing this and talking and telling all these stories, and we're almost at the 20-minute mark, and I haven't even gotten into what we're talking about yet. And so, the new people over here are like, what the fuck's going on? I have cussed so much today, I need to stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out, Peter! She's not a Christian! So anyway, but yeah, so, okay, last night when I was watching the most fantastic shark movie in the entire world, Mississippi River Sharks, I got online, and every once in a while I look up, like, trending stories that are going on, you know, like, okay, something. Well, what's interesting about this is, like, 2 months ago, okay, I had written down in my, because I wanted to do more pop culture stories over here, but when I do more pop culture stories, nobody seems interested in it, so it is what it is, but I'm gonna start doing some, because I'm interested in that stuff. So, like 2 months ago, I wrote down, like, Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck separation, okay? Now, I'm not real interested in either one of them, if you want to know the truth. I think Ben Affleck is super good looking, and I loved him in that movie where, I almost said Mark Harmon. What happened to Mark Harmon? I said that, and somebody would be like, he passed away from some more. I don't know what happened to Mark Harmon. I don't even know. I can't name one thing that Mark Harmon was in. I don't know why that name came. But Matt Damon is who I was thinking of. See, in my head, that makes sense. Matt Damon to Mark Mark Harmon, that makes sense. But anyway, that movie, Good Will Hunting, where he goes, how about these apples? You remember that? I love that movie so much. But anyway, I like Ben Affleck. You know what I mean? I think he's a good looking guy and stuff like that. I actually, when I got out of treatment, this is what I tell people all the time when they ask me, what was that guy like that you dated when you first got out of treatment? The guy that I dated when I first got out of treatment, my first boyfriend sober, well, not the one that I count as my first one. This was my one that lasted like 3 months. And then I got into another one. He passed away years ago. That was so tragic. I always thought I'd end up with him. I told that story a lot. But then after that, my sponsor said, okay, you're willing to do it my way and stay out of a relationship. And then I did. And then that next relationship that I got in, that's the one that I called my first relationship. Okay. So anyway, but the guy that I dated when I first got out of treatment, because I met him on the last night that I was out drinking, and he was friends with my good Judy that I had known elementary, junior high, high school, college, on and on. So she told me that he was worried about me because he knew that I was in treatment. And he kept on asking her about me, right? Even though he lived in Champaign-Urbana at that time and I lived in Indianapolis. Well, that was real appealing to me, that somebody wanted to know how I was doing. So he became my boyfriend. I'll never forget. Like, as soon as he came over that next weekend, and he was going out with some friends, and he's like, do you care if I stay at your house? We could go out to dinner, go on a little date first. I was like, yeah, that's fine, but I'm not going out to bars, so you go out and you come back and whatever. And he did. Very respectful and all kind of stuff when he came back. And, you know, we did our stuff, and then I was like, so are we boyfriends now? See, that was me back in the day. Okay, listen. You want to talk about, Olivia Plath wants to talk about being a hoe. Okay, I was a monogamy hoe. Okay, I was trapping boyfriends left and right back in the day. So he was my boyfriend for a while. So anyway, that was back in the day. But people always ask me, they're like, well, what did he look like? He was a dead ringer, and still is to this day, a dead ringer, because we're still friends. He is a dead ringer of Ben Affleck to this day. I mean, it's crazy. And at the time, like, you know, like Ben Affleck wasn't that famous, but I can remember being like, oh, he looks like Ben Affleck. And then like, Ben Affleck got really famous. I was like, damn. And he's got an international job, a PhD, and he travels around the world, and he's got all this money. I mean, like, God, I really... Anyway, I'll tell you how it all ended. Y'all want to know how to end it? Okay. So, we tried to rekindle things later. After my first ex and I broke up, he came to town, and we both played tennis. And so he's like, let's play tennis. And so we started playing tennis, and halfway through the match, he said to me, he goes, here's the deal. I go, okay. He goes, whoever wins when we go out tonight gets to pick who we're bringing home for the three-way. And I was like, excuse me? I thought we were getting back together as boyfriends. This was not part of the deal. I was done. I walked off that court and I said, you can go home. I was over it. I probably should have had the three-way with him in retrospect. I mean, when you're 52 and you look back on your life, I mean, I was what? I don't know, 25 or 26 at the time. I should have done it, okay? I should have done it proudly and had a lot of fun, you know? I don't know. Maybe you would have brought Matt Damon along with him. But anyway, so I started seeing, so like 2 months ago, I put up this whole thing about Jennifer Aniston, girl, get a new hairdo, Jennifer Aniston. I know when I say that, I'm going to piss off so many people. I feel like every time, do you know, this is so crazy, okay, when you look it up, like, who do all the straight men think are the hottest celebrities? Did you know it's like #1 and #2, which is so crazy because like my dad and like every other straight man that I've ever known in my life, these are the two women that they think are the sexiest women on the face of the earth. Jennifer Aniston and Halle Berry. True story. And as I think they're gorgeous women, right? But Jennifer Aniston is so the girl next door, but she is like literally the epitome of why people don't get their hair changed. That woman has had the same hairdo since Friends. Get a new hairdo! But I do love Jennifer Aniston. Kind of. I mean, kind of I really don't give a shit about her. If you want to know the truth, that's actually the truth, is I don't really give a shit about her. But when we go on vacations, my husband does make me watch episodes of Friends. Well, if he was saying, here you go, I don't make you. I put it on, and then you end up begging to watch the next episode. That's actually really what happens. When we were in Miami the last time, I watched do you guys care about this? This is about Jennifer Lopez. You do? Okay. So we were watching I go, which episode is this? I go, is this the very last episode of Friends ever? He goes, yeah. So we watched that. And then the next one came on. I go, which one's this? Is this the first one? He goes, this is the very first episode of Friends. So I was like, oh, hell's bells. So anyway, about 2 months ago, I put up that I was going to do this whole thing about Jennifer Aniston, see, I can't. Jennifer Lopez. What's so funny is, so Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck allegedly separating, and there was always stories coming out about it, right? And so I had that on my notes of a video to make about the separation of Jennifer Aniston and Ben Affleck, because I thought, well, that will pull in the views. as if that would pull in the views. So I was like, I'm going to make this video, right? Okay, so then last night I was looking up trending topics on the Google, because I love the Google so much, you know? And I saw on there that Jennifer Aniston had filed for, I almost said bankruptcy. That would have got me real fucked. People have been like, she didn't file for bankruptcy! She filed for divorce, okay? But they separated apparently in April. I'm going to read you the facts here in just a second, because People Magazine is the facts. I mean, anybody that closely covers the move of somebody like Gypsy Rose Blanchard that closely is either a journalist or a hater, okay? I mean, when they watch your every move, they're either a journalist or they're a hater. So anyway, but People Magazine, if anybody knows, they should know, because I'm telling you right now, they write so many articles about Gypsy Rose Blanchard that it's like Gypsy Rose Blanchard took a shit at 3:04, okay? Gypsy Rose Blanchard took a shit at 6:06. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is shitting a lot, okay? That's what she sure is, okay? Because she's a shitty person. But, you know, they write these articles, and it's like constant. So I was like, well, if anybody knows, then People Magazine's going to know about it. But everybody's written about the divorce of Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. But I have to tell you what's so funny is, so when I was watching, I don't know what channel it was, because I watched so many different TV channels, but trending last night was that movie Marry Me with Jennifer Lopez, which I did watch. It's actually kind of a cute movie. I know that people hate Jennifer Lopez now, but anyway, to me, she will always be Jenny on the block. No, but anyway, so let's read this article, this fantastic article. Oh my God. Where am I at on time? Do I need to stop this? Okay. About Jennifer Aniston. Okay. But she's still pining over Brad Pitt. I probably would be too. Okay, although everybody says he's an asshole. I don't know. Did you see him in Thelma and Louise? Okay, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. My battery died right as I was getting into this article, this fantastically written article about the Jennifer Aniston divorce. Okay, so are you ready? Okay. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez divorce. Not to be confused with Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston's in everybody's marriage, isn't she? Why she filed on their wedding anniversary, and more updates on what went wrong. People is covering the end of Affleck and Lopez's marriage with inside sourcing on why things unfolded the way they did and when. After months of speculation, Jennifer Lopez has officially moved to dissolve her 2-year marriage to Ben Affleck. We made it a lot longer than that. My husband and I, on Sunday, we will have been together for 16 years and married for 13 years. Thank you so much for the applause. I appreciate it. The multi-hyphenate filed for divorce. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean she hyphenates her name a lot or something? I'm confused. J-Lo. Is that what they're talking about? She don't go by that anymore, does she? I don't know why. I never, like, when these people change their names, like when Prince changed his name to that sign, you know, and I would say things to people about, oh, I love Prince. People like, he's not going by Prince, he goes by, I don't know, okay? I don't know, you know? Like I said, she'll always be Jenny on the block to me. I can't keep up with this shit, you know? I can't keep up with it at all. Anyway, okay, the multi-hyphenate filed for divorce. Somebody will take that so serious. They'll be like, you don't know what hyphenate means. Actually, let's look up what hyphenate means, because I think it's exactly what I thought it was. I want to look this up now. People Magazine wants to use these fancy-ass words, and I'm going to look it up. Hyphenate. Okay. Hyphenate. It says hyphenated last name. Let's look up hyphenate, what it comes up to. Verb. Right with a hyphen. Jennifer Lopez Affleck? Is that why they're saying that? Why would you use a dumb word? Why would you not just say the multi-talented, much-hated actress, singer? Anyway, on Tuesday, August 20th, the second anniversary of the couple's romantic Southern wedding in Georgia in 2022, they legally married in Las Vegas on July 17th of 2022. So they only made it 2 years. People has reported for months about the shitting of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. No. People has reported for months that the couple was experiencing relationship turmoil, a shocking end to their rekindled romance after previously breaking up in January of 2024. She tried really hard to make things work and is heartbroken, a source told people of Lopez. Who's the source? I want to be a source. Keep reading for live updates. Okay, Jennifer Lopez divorce filing is unusual. Here's why. Jennifer Lopez opted to file her divorce paperwork without using a lawyer. A move that's both unusual and indicates that she just wanted to get this done. So then his attorney says, I think that she most likely just wanted to get this done, that there was a lot of hesitation and hemming and hawing back and forth, and it's a statement. I'm moving forward. I'm filing. So People magazine used an attorney to speculate about what Jennifer Lopez is doing in her divorce, but I'm not allowed to speculate about the moves of influencers on YouTube. Oh, that's rich. People magazine, you should hire me. I'm real good at the speculation. Ben Affleck steps out without his wedding ring after divorce filing. Well, why wouldn't you? Your wife files for divorce on your wedding anniversary. That would be the first thing I'd take off. I didn't wear my ring for years anyway because my finger was too fat. And then a couple years ago, my husband bought us new wedding bands. Though Ben Affleck has been spotted in recent weeks with and without his wedding band, it was definitely, I never wear my wedding band. It's right over here. People ask me all the time, they're white. Why don't you wear your wedding band? I don't ever wear it unless I leave the house. It's right there. Though Ben Affleck has been spotted in recent weeks with and without his wedding band, it was definitely off when he stepped out in Los Angeles on August 20th to get with Gypsy Rose Blanchard so they could take a shit together. No, it doesn't say that, but that's the article that I would write. After Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce, Affleck was photographed walking in the parking lot of the building while wearing a gray t-shirt, jeans. Oh, wow, that's such an investigative. What was he wearing again? Gray jeans. Oh, my, a gray t-shirt and jeans? Oh, girl. How descriptive. And black tinted sunglasses. Oh, my God. As opposed to what? Rose-colored sunglasses. Y'all remember that country music song? I love that song so much. Anyway, Ben Affleck didn't show any interest in fixing his marriage to Jennifer Lopez, a source says. Ben Affleck did not show any commitment and interest in making the marriage work, a source tells People. Jennifer Lopez is very disappointed and sad. This is all marketing to fix the reputation of Jennifer Lopez, okay? Because she's the most hated person in the world right now. Well, not the most hated person, but people don't like Jennifer Lopez right now. This is to garner sympathy for Jennifer Lopez. I don't even believe that marriage was ever real to begin with. He hasn't shown any commitment and interest in making their marriage work. It's going to the point, because she's probably always reading scripts about the next wedding that she's going to be in, because every single movie that she does is about getting married. Okay. Source. Who are all these sources? Sources. Name them! Name them! Source explains Jennifer Lopez choosing to file for divorce on her wedding anniversary. Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce on the second anniversary of the date. She and Ben Affleck celebrated their marriage with a wedding celebration. Goes on. Who cares? Girl, I'm so over this. They don't have... Should have prenup. Oh, they don't have prenups. They do or they don't? I don't know. I don't care. The other thing people wanted me to talk about was this movie. It Ends With Us, this Colleen Hoover book. I always say Colleen because I say, you know, colonoscopy. Well, I can't think of her last name now. Ballinger. Colonoscopy Ballinger. So I always, when I say Colleen Hoover, I always say Colleen Hoover, and then I have to correct myself. Okay. So people have asked me what I think about this Colleen Hoover movie drama that's going on right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay. So I looked into this a little bit last night, watched some videos about it. All these people act so shocked. Oh my God. This is another moment for me where commentary channels that are covering shit that they absolutely know nothing about, right? Like, it kills me. Like, this is why people ask me to make videos about stuff, and I firmly say on video, I know nothing about this, so I'm not going to talk to it because I think it will be negligent, right? So a lot of this drama has come out recently. Now, this movie, It Ends With Us, is starring Blake Lively and Justin Baldini. And apparently Justin Baldini directed it as well and bought the rights from Colleen Hoover several years ago. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, he lost American Idol. And I said this to my husband, I go, the guy that lost American Idol to Kelly, whatever her name is, not Chenoweth, but Kelly Clarkson. The guy that lost at Kelly Clarkson, Justin Guarini, directed and is acting. What? Like, all these years later with that curly hair, he's in It Ends With Us. He goes, my husband looks at me and goes, Justin Baldini. He was in Jane the Virgin. And I was like, oh, he goes, you know, the dark-headed guy in Jane the Virgin. And I go, oh, okay, that guy. And I love Jane the Virgin, but I only made it through like 4 seasons. And then the storyline just got so crazy. So I'm trying to like look up this stuff online and see what's going on, right? So apparently what's going on, okay, is that now I've watched about 5 videos about it where people act so surprised about the marketing that they're doing for this movie. Oh my God, can you believe? Did you know that this movie is about DV, and they are marketing it like they're trying to like market it like Barbie and get people to come in floral dresses, and they're act surprised about this. Okay. Listen, are you new? I've been knowing this about Colleen Hoover's books for years, okay? And I've been talking about it in videos for years. Now I know y'all have just been introduced to the Colleen Hoover last week, okay? But I haven't been, okay? And I read Verity years ago, and it was stupid. So we'll get to that in just a second. But here's the drama, okay? Is that they're doing this media tour. And it's like all the actors and Colleen Hoover are all doing this media tour, but then Justin Baldini of Jane the Virgin, who also is the director, he's not on it. And apparently, like, he's saying one thing about, like, they're none of them addressing that this is a movie about DV, okay? They're all saying, like, wear your flower dresses, go as a girl's day, it's a romance, it's such a great romance. I don't know why anybody is surprised by this. Colleen Hoover is part of this marketing. Colleen Hoover has marketed her books as romances for years. Go back and fact-check my videos long before this movie was ever in production, and people would ask me what I thought about Colleen Hoover's books, and I would say they romanticize abusive relationships, and I'm not down with that. And I read Verity, and I thought it was a shit book, okay? And I'm not down with reading people that romanticize abusive relationships. I've said that for the last 3 years in talking about Colleen Hoover on my channel. So I don't know why anybody is surprised that Colleen Hoover, who wrote the book that they based the movie on, okay, is at the head of this marketing with Blake Lively, telling everybody to go watch this romance that's really about an abusive relationship. Why is this surprising to anybody? It's not surprising to me. I've known that's what this book was about, and I didn't even read it. That's what all Colleen Hoover's books are about. Anybody that reads Colleen Hoover, I've asked a million, well, not a million, but I bet you I probably asked 30 women that avidly read Colleen Hoover, including my best friend. I'll be like, I don't understand your interest in these books. Now, Tanya Jean, she doesn't stop reading Colleen Hoover, but for a while, she's like, well, she's American Dream. She grew up in a trailer. I'm like, who the fuck cares? Half the people we know grew up in a trailer. We live in Indiana. You know, she's like, she's an American Dream. She grew up in a trailer. But anyway, so I'm not surprised at all, okay, that Colleen Hoover, who's been writing books that romanticize abusive relationships for years now, is on a marketing tour. Marketing. Why is this surprising to anybody? This is so confusing to me that anybody is surprised by it, okay? So anyway, now apparently there's this huge argument between Blake Lively and this Justin Guarini Baldini, or whoever he is, okay? And they also don't like that Blake Lively and, and they don't like that Blake Lively and Colleen Hoover are doing a lot of, like, brand marketing of their own brands, because Colleen Hoover has brands that are right off of these abusive romantic books that she writes, right? She's got a whole set of nail polish or something like that. So people are pissed that Blake Lively and Colleen Hoover are doing brand marketing while they're, I mean, that's what people do on movie marketing. So now that we know, okay, now that we know that it's about an abusive, did you not do your research? I mean, this book's been out. I've seen every vacation I've gone on for the last year, every person I've seen on the beach is reading this book, okay? Every person, it's like every other person you see is reading this Colleen Hoover book. It ends with us. So anyway, and then I was watching this video and they're like, and there's supposed to be a sequel. Yeah, there's a sequel to the book. Did you not know that? I think it's called It Begins With Us. A quick Google search could have saved you a lot of trouble, okay? This is what kills me when I watch these videos. And I'm like, and people are like, you like scripture videos for what? You don't even know what you're talking about, okay? Like, you haven't even followed this in real time. It cracks me up that people get so bent out of shape about this shit, right? So then there's this huge fight, okay, between Justin and Blake Lively. And Blake Lively, all this shit from her past is surfacing, and all these people are coming out against her. And then this Justin guy is kind of like, because apparently she wanted to be the director, and Ryan Reynolds directed, or like, I don't know, did something like the rooftop scene, and they always help each other with their scenes and all this kind of stuff. I love them as a couple, okay? XOXO Gossip Girl. But anyway, I love them so much. And you can't, like, Blake Lively, I like Blake Lively. I don't know that much about, is she real problematic in the past? I haven't read into all this shit. And to be honest with you, I don't really care that much. Shallows, she was good in The Shallows about the shark movie. We'll probably watch it. But anyway, so then he comes out and he goes, they ask him if he's going to direct the next movie. And he goes, probably not. I think there's a better director for it. Basically insinuating Blake Lively, okay? Because she's wanted this job. So what they're saying is, Blake Lively's pissed at Justin Guarini Baldini, okay, of American Idol, Jane the Virgin. It's not the same guy, I'm joking. But anyway, she's pissed at him because she wanted to be the director of the movie, but he was the director of the movie. So he's like, you can be the director of the movie, okay? You can be all that. Be that next time. I don't really care, okay? So that's what he's saying now. And then the other star in the movie that was the bartender on Watch What Happens Live when Emily from the Real Housewives of Orange County, because yes, I do actually watch this shit, he was the bartender. Apparently, he plays the other love interest of Blake Lively. He came out, I don't even know what his name is. I looked it up earlier, but he came out and he defended Blake Lively against Justin Guarini, not of American Idol, Justin Baldini from Jane the Virgin. Okay, does anybody care about this shit? The only thing I care about is the fact that we are still writing books. And, I mean, these books, I mean, she's had 4 books on the bestseller list at one time. And people take such issue with other issues, but they don't care about the fact that, I mean, people ask me all the time, what do you think about Colleen Hoover's books? I think read what you want to read, okay? Grown adults have the right to read whatever they want to read, okay? Read the 50 Shades of Grey books. I did. They're horrible. They suck. But I read them because all my friends were reading them, okay? But I read them, but they're horrible, okay? And each one of them ends on a cliffhanger, so you have to read the next one to find out what happens. They're horrible. Read what you want to do, as long as you're an adult and, you know, listen to all that, okay? I'm not about all that kind of stuff. I'm not about censorship, banning books. Read what you want to read, okay? I do, all right? But know what you're reading. And what Colleen Hoover writes is she romanticizes. I mean, there has been extensive research studies done on this. There has been really well-researched videos done about the romanticizing of abusive relationships in Colleen Hoover's book. So I'm not really sure why anybody is surprised that we're marketing this movie as a romance when that's what her books have been marketed as for years. So I don't know. Maybe check your research next time before you come out and do these videos. But it's not surprising to me. And I won't be seeing the movie anytime soon. I have no desire to see the movie. You know, whatever. It is what it is. My husband might watch it because he loves Blake Lively because he's seen The Gossip Girl like 13 times. And he's a grown adult and he can watch whatever movies he wants to. I have no interest in watching this movie. I don't love romances to begin with, so, and definitely not ones about abusive relationships. And that's what I think about it, you know? I wish them all the best. I wish Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Justin Baldini, Guarini, and Jennifer Aniston too. I wish you all some good luck. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.